It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today looking for
And
another way.
this is Mark Inspires, the longest running daily show on planet Earth. 1,546 days in a row. And counting, obviously, Joanne. Joanne! What are you doing back there? You know, wheezing right from the tub. I'm here. Joanne, do me a favor. Can you go and grab some snacks from the back? Thanks, Joanne. You know, sometimes she just comes in for a minute, you know? Guys, we're here. We're doing it. And of course, we got to deal with Joanne. That happens from time to time. How's everybody doing? We're going to play a couple of things tonight. Probably some more scenes from Back to the Future, Mark, with Joanne. And also possibly some Stuck on Mars. Again, we have 2 films coming out the next month. I hope you guys will be around for them. I'm seriously considering dropping Stuck on Mars before Back to the Future, Mark. We're going to see. I'm still mulling it over. We have time. How's everybody doing out there? You ready for a few laughs? I hope so. Zabrowski's about to hit us with a woo-hoo, a couple minutes away. So how's everybody doing? Weekend coming to an end, and I hope you guys had a good one. Starting the week with a bang. Guys, I have a bunch of content dropping this week. I'm dropping a real estate clip on either tomorrow or Tuesday with that ridiculous property that you saw me at. And with the basketball court and the story behind that property, because it's closing on Tuesday. And I'm really, really excited about that. This is 8 years in the making, so I want you to hear all about it. I'll be dropping that. I actually filmed that about a month ago, and I haven't had a chance to add to it. I wanted to add more. I was going to have like a whole movie about this trade. But I think it will be all right. It's probably about 10 minutes long. So that'll be coming out this week. We also have comedy galore. I think I'm going to tomorrow drop that comedy song we did, where we're rapping as all these people, and that was pretty crazy. And also, the other night we did something pretty wild at the end of the show, and I cut that, and I've been working on it. And that one features Joanne a little bit as well. So we're going to see about doing that maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. I've been working on that one. That one's almost done. So possibly I'll drop that tomorrow. It's not really a comedy, though. I mean, there's some funny moments, but it's more about the... I don't know. I don't even know what it's about, to be honest. There's some funny stuff in there, though. I actually made this reference about how, like, the government is, like, if you get a puzzle and there's a 1,000-piece puzzle, like, the government's basically, like, drop that puzzle on the ground, all the 1,000 pieces, and each piece is just the start to a new puzzle. There is no second piece, you know? Surprise! We're gonna get that woo-hoo now. Slow motion throwing it to Zamrosk. Right! That was a good one, Zamrosk! So, guys, I've got Back to the FutureMark queued up, but I did want to, just point out, obviously, we have a title tonight about President XiHole and about Putin. And I don't know, is Putin put it in his XiHole? You tell me. I don't know if that's what's going down. I don't follow the freaking everyday of this insanity, you know? I just know that, Xi is a freaking XiHole. And President Putin, he's putting a freaking, the fists to you. He's fisting you, you know? And if you're not ready for it, in the XiHole, it's a double-decker scenario right there, where you thought you were good. You thought you were just doing a fisting, and the XiHole was all of a sudden in the play. It's like, what happened there? China. Sometimes when you're in China with President XiHole and Putin's there, Putin is fist right in the XiHole. That's a day. They all gather around and they're saying like all kinds of different, they're chanting these little songs they have in their native tongue, Chinese. Anyway, Joanne, Are you back there, Joe? Oh, thank you, Joanne. Do me a favor. Can you please stop the freaking wheezing? Right, I'm here, Joanne. You're there, and together we are a team. You know, you of course do nothing except wheeze. File the Zabrowski file. You know, sometimes, Joanne, I wanna send you back. You know, and then I realize I got you at a freaking discount. You know, $500 an episode. You should have read the contract, Joanne. You know, she's like, I'm good to go, Mark. I know you like the show. I know you want to be a part of the show, but read the freaking contract. You know, read the contract. Jason's in the house. Jason Lee, my brother, who works for Channel 12. I want you to see something, Jason. We're about to play my newest feature film, or at least a couple of seconds of a few scenes here. And this right now is either going to be film number 8 or film number 9. Film number 8 comes out on April 13th, which is my birthday. And there's a good chance it's this film. I'm really pumped about this. I think this is some of the best stuff I've ever done. And that's why I may want to wait on this one. Although, because it's my birthday, I really want to put something ridiculous out on my birthday on April 13th. So it could be this. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, and I want to make just a little pat on the back. My buddy Rich Killian gave me Joanne. This is Rich Killian right here. Now what I did is Rich gave me the idea, and then I brought that into Photoshop, and I just put on some sort of weird filter, like a cartoon filter or something like that, and I just started just messing with it, and just that is what we got. We got Joanne now, and it was like perfect. And then now with this like Crayola effect that Photoshop had, it just brought Rich's design almost like to this Van Gogh feeling, which is what I totally love, obviously, is, you know, Leo Marco. Anyway, guys, we're going to get into it here. This is Joanne. Joanne, thank you. Without further ado, back to the future, Mark.
You know,
Joanne!
You guys need to get on the right track down there.
I'm from the year 2769.
Back in time. It's back to the future, Mark. To the future,
I'm going to tell you a few things about what I've seen before.
and I can't tell you what's coming through every door. And I'm gonna try to guide you into the light. But it's up to you if you wanna get in line. If you wanna lead a leader, yeah, you still got time. I've seen the future. I'm trying to help you up out of the quicksand, yeah. It's back to the future, Mark.
You guys, huh? So yeah, you see where we are, right? I'm kind of glad that they sent the camera crew along for these missions when I go back in time, because you guys get to see the inside outs of like what I have to deal with. You know, you see that? I had to climb that. And don't forget, the first time I got up to the top and God's like, here, you got to just, you know, take these 10 commandments. And I'm like, okay, where do you want me to write them? He goes, write them? Grab that freaking rock over there and start going. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, thou. You know how long thou shalt took? Just for the first thou shalt? I was there for 4 months, just a quarter way through the T. God, you got any help here? Like, what are we doing? You sent me up to the top of the mountain, Mount Sinai, to get the 10 Commandments, Marxist. And when I'm here and I do it, you want me to chip away with like that freaking little small rock over there? Into that huge tablet? You know, God, the thing I really was upset about mostly is that you allowed me to do the entire 10, only to trip on the way down and break them and then have to come back up and do it again. You know, like you're God. You knew that Marxist was going to have to do it twice. You know, they always say, you know, things in life that you really appreciate, just do them once. Not twice. You got me back up there again. Grab that other rock. T. I just started the H, God. What are we doing over here? You know, what are we doing over here? I get down the second set of commandments to the bottom of Mount Sinai. And I'm here. And all of a sudden, they got a freaking idol. They're there with the golden calf. And I'm like, guys, look, I just freaking broke one set of tablets. They're up there on Mount Sinai. And then I did another set. You guys are down here freaking worshiping the golden calf? What are we talking about? Marxist is going to have to freaking, you know, split the Red Sea now or something, you know? 40 years. 40 years Marxist has been doing this. You know? You guys are golden calfing it. It's times like this that I really question your connection to God, you know, and your ability to understand the simple tenements, the 10 commandments. Go and read, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, you know, and steal. You can't, that's another one too. You guys are stealing from each other too. I saw you have another, you know, lamb. You killed the lamb. You slaughtered the lamb. You know, Marxist was here. Bottom of the freaking, you know, Mount Sinai, ready to go back up to see if I can have another conversation with the burning bush. You know, and you guys are over here bickering over a golden calf. I get it. I mean, I was gone for a while. You know, you guys don't realize what I had to go through in order to bring you these 10 commandments. God wasn't having it. He just grabbed that freaking rock. 7 years, 4 months, 15 days, 4 hours, 6 seconds. I'm down here, the bottom, you know, Mount Sinai. I'm doing it. Marxist. Gotta part the Red Sea now. Yeah. Like, look, when you're here and you have the gift from God to hear him, burning bush, and you're gonna part the Red Sea. Yeah. That's what I did as Marxist. You do it all, really. So guys, are you ready? Let's go. We're on our way we're marching to Red Sea. Marching to the Red Sea. Who's coming with me? You guys down? Where the freak is everybody? Am I talking to myself? Guys, it's Marxist. I'm here. God, he just gave me the 10 commandments. Twice. I broke the first set, guys. Look, Marxist isn't perfect, you know? I didn't know that it was going to be a couple rocks that just weren't settled in the ground. I slid out. You know how freaking heavy those tablets, the first set of tablets were? The first set of tablets were like 48 pounds each. Second set were 94 each. What the freaking heck? That was like the cruel joke from God, like with Noah. You know? Where he's like, oh yeah, here you go, buddy. Double-decker style. You know, I came down. That's why I'm jacked right now, you know? Because I did the work. I'm sorry? What? You're telling me I don't even get to do the Red Sea? No, I'm sorry, we're doing the Red Sea. You freaking tell them in the future, 2769, I'm doing the Red Sea. They're not giving it to Moses. No, this is my gig. I did the 10 Commandments. I freaking did it twice, and you can't take that away from me now. No, I know that's a good song, but you can't take it away from me Marxist style when I did the work on the 10 Commandments, okay? So you tell them, come back after I do the freaking parting of the Red Sea. And then I'll give it up, like, wholeheartedly. But when you do, like, most of the work, you know? And then you're like, yeah, we'll just finish it from here, pal. I'm sorry, I'm doing the work. The rest of the work is a freebie. You tell them they don't even have to freaking pay me for the rest. Yeah, FutureMark. I'm finishing up. Marxist. And you guys can Mark Della everybody afterwards and let them think that it's Moses, whatever. But I'm finishing my job. Finishing what I started. Freaking double-decker style on the 10 Commandments. And now, you're going to take the parting of the Red Sea from you, Marxists, and let Moses do it. No, I'm sorry. Moses isn't even like a real biblical figure.
You know, you guys are just giving it the name. If you left Marxists in the Bible, you know, for good, people forever will be like, the Red Sea was parted by Marxists. But you want to steal it from me. You want to give everything to Moses after I did the 10 Commandments. Twice. Right? Look, I'm finishing my job here. Did the 10 Commandments, double-decker style. I'm just getting out of here. I'm gonna go wash up. You know how freaking disgusting I am after being up there for 7 years, 4 months, 16 days, 4 hours, and 16 seconds? You know? So I'm gonna do a washeroo, and then we're gonna go and part the Red Sea. Yeah. No, that way? That's fine. You just tell them I'm not leaving yet. Yeah, no, everybody come on this way. This way. So guys, I prayed to God last night. Look, I did the work. We're good. All we gotta do is walk into the light. You guys follow me into the light, and we're gonna be home free across to the other side of the Red Sea, okay? You've been trying to figure out how to get across. Marxists did the work, okay? And you remember that when they come by and they ask you for an accounting of the facts. Who did the work? Marxist. Yeah, he did it. He parted the Red Sea. He came out, he's like, God, I ask thee to part the friggin' Red Sea for us, because we've been 40 years, you know, in the desert. This is the way God wants it. But don't covet thy neighbor's wife. Remember what we did on the 10 Commandments? When I went up to the top and did a double-decker style to get them for you guys, and you were all like, golden calf. I came down and smited you. God told me to smite you. You know, smiting you for doing it, for not wanting to wholeheartedly just believe in God and say, I like those 10 Commandments. Can you tell me again? Can we read them again? You can go and get the double-decker style. Here it is. And up there, if you go up on the mountain about a quarter way up, you'll see two broken tablets there on the ground where it says, thou shalt, and then you got to find the other alt, and you read the rest, you know, broken in half, you know, 47 pounds each one. Good luck carrying that, Larry. Yeah, it's not like you can't, you're a weakling, Larry. That's why God charged Marxists with, you know, who else is going to go in there and like engrave the 10 Commandments in the stone? Larry? You know, look, guys, it's been a true honor, you know, doing the work. Marxists, I came back in time, full disclosure, my name is FutureMark, from the year 2769. I got a good in with God, though. He's a good guy. And when he came, he said, look, we need you to play Marxist. Go back in time. You do the work. You 10 Commandments it. You go down and part the sea. Everybody's in to the, you know, to the barrel roll in it. Like I told you guys, bring your surfboards. You know, bring your surfboards. Bring a couple boogie boards. Some of you want to body surf. You can body surf through. Like I parted it. I did the parting. All you got to do is like have the good time now. You get across the other side. Everybody's like smiling and dancing in the streets, you know? And then the sea is gonna just crash down on, you know, on the army. When you've got a really, really tough situation going on with the king and Herod sending his guys after you, you know, you gotta make sure you have God pour the Red Sea back on the troops as they enter the Red Sea behind us. So guys, we're running out of time. Okay, bottom line here, we need to move quick because King Herod, he's sending his men here to try to just murder each and every one of us, you know? And that's not part of my gig, you know? I gotta make it out alive to get back 2769 to go take on the next, you know, amazing figure from your history. But this is where it kind of started, in a way. I'm here, Marxist. I did the work, and now you guys have a future. You're welcome, you know. Make sure you don't break the second set of 10 Commandments, you know. I did it twice. I don't want to hear that there's like, oh, we can't find them anymore. What are you talking about? I did the work. Engraved, you know. That's why I'm jacked. I had a hard time walking through the Red Sea. That's how big, you know, Marxist is these days. Walking through the Red Sea like this, you know, like just, I'm elbowing the water on the way through the Red Sea to into the light, you know, because of how jacked I am from doing all the work as the Ten Commandments work, you know. Thou freaking A, how many do we have to do? You know, how many are we talking about over here? 10? I'm not even, I'm one letter into the first word of the first one. Thou? Hold on, I'm not. 7 days later, I got to the H. God, you couldn't just like, will it so? You couldn't just be like, oh God, you guys need to get on the right track down there. They should come up to the top of Mount Sinai. I got something for you. Laser engraved. I just thought about it and made it so because I'm God. Here you go. Here's your freaking 10 Commandments. You go down there before they find the golden calf and you let them know about God. You let them know about the 10 Commandments. But no, I get freaking up to the top of Mount Sinai and he's like, so you got a pen? Do I got a pen? A pen? You better grab that rock. What are we talking about? You can grab a rock? What am I doing with the rock? Well, there's another rock over there. This is all burning bush stuff. And I go over and say, okay, so I have 2 rocks. What am I supposed to do with that? Grab the freaking small rock, take it to the big rock, and start, thou shalt not, you know, and you go. Twice. You got to do, and then a double decker, because I want to make sure you have one for the synagogue and then one for the village. And, you know, people are out there walking through, like, oh, are these the new ordinance? Look, this is the new public ordinance. There's oh, you're not allowed to covet thy neighbor's wife. Interesting. You know, guys, we're running out of time. King Herod, he's coming. So join me. Let's go to the light, guys. We're almost there. 40 years in the freaking desert. Aren't you ready to like get some water after 40 years in the desert? You can't even get water to swim in. You smell disgusting over there, Andre. And like, this is your chance. Run into the water, my friends. Run in there and hope it splashes on you and you can stop smelling as disgusting as you smell. 40 years. 40 years in the freaking desert. Let's go, right? Wait, what? Are you kidding me? No. You're not kicking me off right now as we're about to go into the light. You're going 40 years, now we're going through the light. And we're going to the other side, Marxist style. Marxist, great job getting everybody over here and splitting the freaking Red Sea. Good job on that one. I think we're gonna have Moses take over now. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Right? I did the work. I'm here. I'm Marxist. Look, the Red Sea, it's parted. Like right now. Marxist, good job. Why don't you step to the side? Moses is here. Freaking Moses? You mean the one that was left in the river? And he showed up on the freaking, like, the countryside, the queen found him? Moses? I get it. Royalty. This is so like history. History, typically, you know? Oh, let's let the royal just pretend he did the work. Right? I did the work. So what do they have for me? Back to 2769 for a new assignment? God almighty. After doing all the work, again. Now guys, look, I hope you miss Marxists. Again, you're going to have some fraud show up here. Hackaroo shows up and pretends he's got a connection to God. Pretends that he knows the scriptures. I knew the scriptures. I did the 10 Commandments. Right? And you guys are all better for it. So at least wish me well. I got to go back to the portal. 2769. It's calling. It's waiting for FutureMark. Marxist. I'm going to miss the name Marxist. Guys, 40 years. Yeah. You're doing it for 40 years in the desert as one name, and then you have to go back to the future and, you know, take on a new character, take on a new persona, and do something amazing, you know, so then history looks back and says, we have that, thanks to FutureMark. Anyway, guys, I guess all I could say is, God bless. Red Sea, you can close it now. Wait, Joanne! I got pushed back through that time! You know, they really didn't want me to stay and do it as Marxist. You know, parted the Red Sea, and then they're just like, go ahead, bud. Whatever. Yeah, Joanne, can you get me a Fresca? Joanne, I'm back. What do we have? Anything new today? No, I don't even want to get into this last one. I was there, like freaking Stone Ages, climbing mountains. I had to do, you ever heard of the Ten Commandments? Of course you know about the Ten Commandments, Joanne. That's like record here, historical record. The Ten Commandments. Mark says, I did it. I was there with rocks. Yeah, God, he's like, you know what? Why don't you, instead of taking it, because I just like engraved it on stones onto tablets for you, to then just journey your way down in order to teach my message. Give the words of God to the people. I got down to the bottom, Joanne, they had a freaking golden calf. Yeah, no, and they weren't listening at first. They're like, we like our golden calf. I'm like, you don't go golden calf when you got a Ten Commandments deal. No, and you don't even know the worst of it. They made me do it twice. And when I mean they, because God is the Holy Spirit, and, you know, me, myself, and I. And all of a sudden the burning bush is telling you, it's just not good enough. You know, you can't just mend it. You can't mend a broken tablet of the Ten Commandments. You're going to have to redo it from scratch. So I did it. You know, that's why I'm jacked right now, coming back from the past to the future. So, Joanne, what do we got? Oh, let me see. I'm looking for something juicy, something salacious. Joanne, are you kidding me on this one? Leonardo da Vinci? I was Leonardo? That was me. God almighty. I'm there, right? And I'm doing like the perfect jawline on Mona Lisa, you know. No, Mona Lisa's Smile is a crap movie. This is a painting. Joanne, you don't know about the Mona Lisa? Look it up. It's in your historic documents. The Mona Lisa, it was the most beautiful painting of the 15th century, 16th century. And forever, really, everybody was like, didn't it change? Yeah, after the Mark Della effect, it did change. The original was much more, I guess you'd say like, you know, like she looked like she was in a bad mood. And then they made her sort of look like she was tooting and smiling at the same time. Kind of like you, Joanne. What's that? No, Joanne, we know you have a wheeze. It's from, you know, birth defect. I'm gonna get going, Joanne. I will, I guess I'll be back after. What? No, your wheeze is obnoxious. Joanne, what's this guy's? Oh, this is the Leonardo one? I go back. Yes. I can't wait. I've been wanting to murder people for a while. I haven't, you know, you can't murder people in 2769. I'm sorry? Yeah, okay. I got your back. It just flickered again. Anyway, on to do some murdering.
It's Back to the Future.
Ah, Joanne! No! Joanne, where's my canvas for the new painting? And I need my brushes. I can't do what Leonardo does best without my canvas and brushes. What do you want me to do? You want me to paint the walls again? I already did that. You know, I got with the Venetian plaster as well. You know, that when you're Leonardo da Vinci, you've got to come up with it. You know? So anyway, I am looking for my brush, Joanne, because I have to touch up this before they arrive. You know, this was a contract piece. Oh, could you do my wife for me? Sure. What's her freaking name? What? Mona what? All right. You know, she's a little on the larger side. It's going to require a little extra rouge. You do realize when I say requires extra rouge that I have to murder someone for rouge, right? You know, people don't understand. Leonardo da Vinci. I do the best paintings in the world because I'm also a serial killer. You know, when you're out there doing it, in order to get enough rouge to paint freaking Mona over there, you know, Look, that's part of the gig, you know. You're there, you're living the life of luxury because your, paintings are bringing big dollars, you know. You're also designing other things, helicopters, you know. Anyway, when Leah Marco did it, and everybody was just thrilled and said, "Can you do it again?" I was like, "All right, I'll do it," And I stopped over at the art supply store, and I said, "Do you have any rouge?" They said, "You're kidding, right, Leah Marco? You're a professional painter. You know you can't get rouge." 1547. You're gonna have to murder someone, So I did it, and look, right, but I'm gonna need a touch-up. So when's that family of 4 coming in? Because we need to mix up some rouge. Anyway, Joanne, what else do we have on the calendar for the rest of the month? Leah Marco's, you got to keep busy, because if I don't, keep busy with a brush in my hand, that's right, I grab a freaking knife and I murder people because I need rouge. Look, sometimes you get like an extra jar and fill it with blood so you could do the rouge when you get a next contract call. You're here, you're doing it. You got Mona Lisa up on the freaking wall, she's sitting there on the easel just looking, she's looking good. Yeah, like if you were there and you're walking the streets of Italy and you freaking saw Mona, right? You'd be like, "Hey, Mona, can you feed me some freaking grapes?" She probably makes a good wine, I would imagine. What's the backstory, Joanne? Do we know the backstory on his wife, Mona Lisa? Because I like to get the backstory when I'm finishing up a painting for a client, because you want to be able to at least explore the entire detail within the painting, so then you could tell the story to your grandchildren one day, What's that? No, I won't tell that story. It's freaking crap, right? You start feeding freaking grapes. I don't need a Mona Lisa feeding me grapes, I'm just here, just waiting for another family to come through. Murder time. Look, when you're on a murder spree, Leah Marco da Vinci style, and they can't catch you because they're like, "Oh, Leah Marco, you're so great. We love that painting." I'm like, if you knew how many freaking people I murdered to make that, And they're just like, more, keep doing it. I'm getting close to Genghis Khan, catching up. When you're out there and you're doing it, you become a master with a knife, and not just to cut up the paints in order to, to mesh and to see if I could create new colors, just to get the rouge, Some people call me the Butcher of Verona, I took the title, I took it, and it was because I don't like to give up the credit, and that is why I had the biggest problem when they came in, And they're like, "Yeah, you gotta give the credit to freaking Leonardo." Right? It's one thing if Leonardo could actually paint, but he's just a hack. They're doing it like, "Yeah, look at me," just because we share the same last name, Here at the same timeline. He's Leonardo, I'm Leah Marco. I'm doing genius work. Right? Got the Mona Lisa here. Big bucks. Couple murders on my shoulders. But we did it, And now they want to give the credit to Leonardo? No, let's just put Leonardo's name on it. Freaking Leonardo? What, did he have a bad month or something? Leonardo's having a bad month. Well, why doesn't he learn how to freaking paint? He should have gone to, to the studio. I did the work. I was there. I learned how to murder in order to make rouge. And he's there still trying to do it with crap like, Sierra Brown, and he's trying to get it, You can't make it work. You have to get a murder on your hands. And just hope you don't get caught, It's times like this that I say to myself, why? Why did I murder that family of 4? Why did I kill that entire village? Remember that time when I had to do it? You know? And for them to take it from me and give it to freaking Leonardo? Gosh almighty! This is the stuff, you know what I mean? This is the stuff that they write, you know, movies about. That's a thing in the future. You don't know it because I am FutureMark. I'm just sick of this. I keep coming back. I keep doing amazing work for the History Time. So everybody could be like, wow, look at, we have this amazing person who did all these futuristic things. Because I'm freaking from the future, you know? FutureMark, it's a burden, you know. As Monk used to say, it's a curse and a gift, you know. But I'm living in it. You know, what's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, I'm going back to 2769 soon, but I'm still here, I gotta finish, you know, the painting, the rouge, because he's coming in for it, and I have to make sure this one goes out with Leo Marco on the bottom. I'm not letting Leonardo put his name on the bottom of this one. This is a Leo Marco deal, you know? Gosh almighty, what is this, how many times now have they just been like, hey, can you do me a favor and give this one to the guy who's having a bad one? Look, I'm sorry. You can't always be knocking him out of the park like Leonardo da Vinci, you know? And you can't take a win from a guy and give it to a loser, you know? You're giving it to a freaking loser. Freaking Leonardo, you know? No, that's fine. I'm just gonna let it happen at this point, you know, because I'm just getting used to it. I'm just getting used to getting steamrolled after I do the work. No, fine. You're not gonna go find the person so I can murder him. I guess I have to go out and look for him myself.
Back to the future, Mark.
God, shoot! Whew. Okay. I still got everything. Joanne! Shut off the portal. I'm back. Oh gosh almighty, Joanne, I'm getting kind of sick of this gig. Yeah. Like, you got anything easier? God almighty. Like, I guess the thing is, when you go back in time and you're people like Nelson Mandela, it's hard because you have to do the work to make an impact on the world. So they picked the right guy, Joanne. I like to do the work. Let's see, we got freaking A. You know, Joanne, when you give me the manila envelope and it doesn't have a little sticky on it so it sticks to my finger, that's just like poor planning on your part, you know? Michelangelo?
Let's move forward a little. Should we check out Michelangelo?
It's my lucky brush, too, you know? So what's next? You sending me back to 2769? After all that, after training to become a master, Michelangelo, I'm here. I did the David. And then you want to take it all away and give it to Michelangelo. Record books will say it was Michelangelo. You're doing a freaking Mandela effect? You know, when you got Mandela affected, and you were like, I remember it as Michelangelo. Do you? Do you? Because it was Michelangelo. You know? My brush. I can't. What am I supposed to do without my brush now? You know? I'm here. I got the rest of the Sistine. No brush. Lucky brush. We can do this together. We'll teleport back to 2769. And I'm telling him next time, I'm not having this. I'm doing something simpler. I'm not going back to something like this. I'll go on the scaffold for 4 years and 7 months, 3 days and 6 hours, so they can come in and be like, hey, Michelangelo, nice job on the freaking ceiling. You know, it's times like this that I really wonder, do I want to be a time traveler any longer? Anyway, I guess that's it, right? So I shouldn't finish up with my last little right over here where I can just that and then then we're done? You don't want me to do that? You want Michelangelo to come over and Scribble the last little bit in. Yeah. You're gonna ruin this entire masterpiece if you have Michelangelo come in here and touch it at all with his stupid freaking brush. If you see that guy paint, he's got 2 left feet. Hands. 2 left hands. 2 left hands and feet. You ever seen him walk? Circles. Takes him 7 hours to get everywhere. Yeah? Where are we going, Michelangelo? We're gonna go this way. Freaking, the guy's dizzy, all the time. Everybody thought he's a drunk. Partially drunk. But he also can't walk. When he walks in the snow, he makes the Olympic, emblem. That's what he's aiming for. And this is a...
All right, we're moving forward. What else we got?
I thought you worked that out. You said that. You had to work that. You had my back. And I come back. Now I'm here doing it. And you got a flicker going still. All right, I'm going to try to time this, Joanne, and see if I can get through before we get another flickeroo. All right? You want to count it down? I can't hear over your wheeze. I'm just going to go. All right, ready?
It's Back to the Future, Mark.
Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, Joanne! Oh, Joanne! Oh, no, thank you. No, I appreciate that. That's a new piece I just finished. It's called The Fifth. And everybody's into it. They all want to get, the reprise. Can you do, an encore? Every time I finish up The Fifth, it's like, can you do an encore? But I don't feel like doing an encore. I want to play something new. I'm just going to for a second, I got to talk to you guys. This is getting out of control, I keep coming in and doing the work. I'm thinking about this. I'm telling them about The Fifth. They're talking about The Fifth. They're loving The Fifth. And you know what's coming next, right? Freaking Magoo's going to come in the room and say, Mark's art, great job on The Fifth. And all the other odes, and, symphonies and everything else you did, But we're going to need to give it to Mozart. He's having a bad year, He could really use the win. I'm sorry. Look, I'm here as the greatest of this era. Yeah, I'm also Mark Tovin, whatever. But here, when I'm doing Mark's art, and I'm in the process of getting appreciated for The Fifth, Moonlight Sonata, when you're doing, and everybody's into it, and then they want to just take it away. They're like, you know what? We're going to white out the name Mark's art and just put Mozart over it. Hold on a minute. So I'm here. I do the work. The Fifth. I'll go through the whole freaking thing. Yeah. But I'm here. I do it. And then all of a sudden they come along and take it away, give it to Mozart. This is par for the course, though, Future Mark. Come back in time. I mean, what do you expect? Do you expect to live out the entire life? You think that's the gig. The gig, 2769, you go into a room, they give you a folder, you look at it, it says, hey, you're going back to this date, this is your guy who you are, this is your task. You gotta go and write The Fifth. Moonlight Sonata, you do it all. And then you're done. We give it to somebody else for the credit so that the human being, because the human race has something great in history. It only happens because of FutureMark. I do it all. Just wait for freaking sequel. This is just first movie. Anyway, I'm getting kind of sick of it though. When I'm here and then they take it away. I don't even want to write anything else. I don't even want to play my piano here anymore. Oh, Mark's art, you're amazing. Wolfgang Amadeus Mark's art, can you come and please play one more for us before Mozart takes over? No, you wanted the hack, you get the hack. Oh, okay, what's Mozart going to play for you? You're right. He only knows how to fart when he plays. Whiteout, you know, they invented Whiteout to take off Mozart's name and put Mozart's name. He needed a win. You know, how about Mozart needing a win? You know, I'm here. I'm doing, like, you know, they bleed. That's what they do here, bloodletting, when you've got an illness. You know, you got a cold? Okay, we're going to just cut you and bloodlet you. What the? That's where we are right now. I'm in the process. Mozart, great job on that fifth, by the way. Thanks. Let me guess. Going back to 2769, they have another assignment for me. I get it. I'm getting sick of doing all the work and getting no credit, you know? The pay is good. That I'm digging on. The pay, I got hazard pay, because sometimes when you're out there murdering people like I did as, you know, Liam Marco da Vinci, in order to get that rouge, I had to murder in order to do. If you get caught and you can't go back to the future, you know, you're stuck in time. You know, that's no good either. So, hazard pay, good stuff. But you know, when you do the work and you create a fifth, and they take it from you, it hurts, you know? It hurts for a few days afterwards when you're kind of now you're recollecting the time that you spent, yeah? And you're thinking about it. And you're just getting ready to be Abraham Mark Lincoln. Getting taken off the freaking job again. This is the worst job because when you do a good job, you get replaced at the end. And somebody gets credit for all the freaking work. Yeah! Mozart coming in, right? Coming in hot, Mozart. Freaking, he's got like 3 fingers, I think. What is he doing, a Django Reinhardt? What's he do? How is he playing with 3 fingers? Inbred, you know? And he shows up, and you guys are giving him the credit for Mozart's work. I'm getting used to it. Getting used to it. I guess I'll see you guys at the next gig. I call them gigs, you know. You call them historical figures. Whatever. It's a gig.
It's Back to the Future, Mark.
Look, man, I know we're at it. And I know you put your heart and soul on the line for the people of your village, the townspeople, you know? And we're here against the South, you know? And here's the most important thing. When we win, it will be because of Abraham Mark Lincoln and all of his actions and the hat. Because I wore the hat a lot. But most importantly, it's because Abraham Mark decided to think above the time and beyond the time, because he's from the future, FutureMark, and he did it. Emancipation Proclamation of 1863. Drafting it right now, you know? And when we do that, as, you know, a people, as the North, as the United States of America, we'll be emancipating, Marklamating, you know? And there won't be any more slavery, okay? What's that? No, I know there's probably still going to be a bunch of piece of garbage people out there doing it. But I'm saying on the surface, United States of America, no more. You are equal. No more 3/5. Yeah, that was a stupid thing. I don't know who did that. I'm a legal expert. Look, when Abraham Mark did it, and they were like, you got the greatest score from the freaking bar ever. And I was like, I know. Look, when you got a top hat, you know, and you're wearing it, when you go in to score at the bar for the exam, you know, they're like, can you sit in the back, sir? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to show up with the hat 9 feet tall. I'm 4'4". The hat's 5'3". You're sitting in the back. Who's the guy in the back? That's our future president. You know, best scorer, went in there, legal scholar, and then they said, excuse me, sir, would you like to run for president of the United States? We have plans for you. I said, plans for me? They had no idea. I'm freaking FutureMark. Of course you have plans for me. They sent me here to do this. They sent me here to proclamate. Marklamate. And when you're doing it, and you're going to lead America into a future that they didn't know existed, when you're doing it with the Emancipation Proclamation, and you do the speech, fourscore, yeah, that I'm working on still. And when I do the fourscore speech, yeah, they're going to all gather around. Hey, Abramark, what a freaking heck of a speech. Nice job on the Marklamation of 1863. Right? You know, Abramark Lincoln. I go down in history, you know. Top hat. You guys, how you feeling? You guys ready for the next battle? You have to be ready. Stonewall Jackson's out there today. And if you're not ready for old Stonewall, you know, like I was here. I'm ready for Stonewall. What the frick am I talking about? Right, Jimmy? Gosh almighty. Jimmy, you do a good job, like, holding your pose. I gotta tell you, you're killing it.
All right, guys, you're going to have to come back for the rest of it. Of course, my screen is off when I don't push record. And you know what really bothered me is last night I was in the middle of that amazing jam. And the best part I wanted to watch back, where I did something I've never done in my life before, the camera had been off. I was so upset while I was listening back to it. I think this was the piece. Pretty song, but there was a crazy guitar part, and I was doing all these hammer-on things, and and I could hear it and just see my freaking feet. So that sucks. But I'm gonna release that anyway and just put like the picture of the feed from the day or something up during those moments. But, it was such a beautiful, beautiful guitar part. And it's the best part of the whole jam, and the camera happened to be off during that 3 minutes or whatever it was, which really, I hate when that happens. I have to always remind myself to push record on this, and I never do. So guys, we obviously played a fair amount of Back to the Future Mark. There's three more characters you didn't see, so make sure you come back. I'll be playing more of that as the weeks go by here, right before we premiere that. Yeah, Ask Coop, that killed me yesterday when that happened. And it was like, it's funny, it's like, I wish Joanne was real enough to be like, oh, Mark, push the button, record. I'm going to put a sign here on my camera that says press record. So before I actually push stream, I press record. Because when I do that, we're good and we have the footage. But stuck on Mars, of course, we still have that. But it is almost midnight right now. So I think what we should do is get ready tomorrow. I'll play some more of that. And again, I'm not really sure what's going on with the world right now. But apparently Vladimir Putin is making some moves with nukes. And, of course, that makes people nervous. And I hear he's not well. And that can make people nervous, on top of it. What if he just decides to push a button, because things are not going well for him? I wouldn't throw it, past him. But I'm not sure if he's totally as bad as they say. For about 20 plus years, he was just kind of benign, didn't really bother anybody. And then all of a sudden, what I'm told is that the UN, if that's who it was, I think, moved their borders closer to NATO. NATO moved their border closer to Russia, and they were supposed to, based on their treaty, they weren't supposed to do that. And when they did that, that's what caused all of this to start. So we're kind of in a place that they want us to be, which is very scary. We don't want to be in a place they want us to be. We want to be where we want to be. So, tomorrow, family and friends, gonna do it again. If you're here, say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to click on here. Let's see. I got Maud Deeb in the house, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, Stacy Michaels, Trish Killian, Virginia, and We of Liberty and Freedom. You guys rock. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. Tomorrow, we do it all over again. So, until then. It's Mark Pires. And this is Mark Inspires, the longest running show. Joanne, do you want to say goodbye? Oh, Joanne's wheezing again. See you guys tomorrow.